So that personal journey doesn't have to start when you're wealthy. It doesn't start when you're poor. If you take the time to be introspective and to really do the work now, no matter where you are in life.
What are some of those like personal things, and how you've grown as you self-actualize, how you've grown as a father, how you've grown as a husband, that have been really meaningful to you, that have turned you into a better person and probably a more fulfilled person?
Oh man, there's so many elements of this. The first one's the first step I took, which makes it easy. I tell everybody, if you don't have a therapist, go to a therapist every Sunday, right? Start working on your inner self. There's so much value in diving deeper into who you are as a person and what's going on with you. Talk therapy is a great way to start. And if you think you had a perfect childhood and you have nothing to talk about, cool, good for you. That's a perfect time to start. Get a perfect marriage, no issues, perfect time to start. If you have anything going on that is a challenge, perfect time to start. That journey of self-discovery and self-reflection, I didn't have the money for it. I didn't have the time for it. I was working these crazy hours when we started down that journey of trying to understand ourselves and our marriage better. But it set me on a course that will lead me to far more success, true success that I know in my heart is real success, more than dollars is ever worth. And what comes from that, guys, when you live a life that you feel successful in, like when I leave my life feeling successful, not monetarily, but just like my kids want to hang out with me. My wife likes to be with me. I have friends that I want to hang out with that want to hang out with me. I have a business that's doing something that is a passion and a vision of mine. Like, success isn't all about money. Success is so much deeper into how you feel about yourself. And that's not to say you should be a sociopathic narcissist and think that you're awesome. I think I'm a piece of shit. 98% of the time I make terrible decisions and I've done terrible things and I have so much to learn, but I'm blessed beyond measure, because for me, success is spending time with my kids, being present with myself, being present with my wife, and going out and adventuring together. We took a month off to go to Alaska this past summer. I didn't reply to emails. I didn't answer phone calls. I didn't have to. I got to build a business that works for me. I came home from that trip and I turned to my COO and I said, hey, I want you to be CEO. And I want us to our first act to be, we already have unlimited time off. So I want to make every employee take a month off of work a year in a block. Because then you can build systems around what they do. Because if you have any employee leave for a month, anyone listening to this, if you have a business, there's one person in your business right now that you're thinking about. They go, oh my God, if they take off for a month, we're doomed. Right? It might be yourself. It might be your secretary. But like, there's always one person. There's one person in my business that takes a month off. I'd be doomed. And that was me too. So guess what? Okay, let's face our fears. Let's overcome them. Let's say, okay, guess what? Office manager, you get June off. You can't come to the office. You can't reply to emails. You can't answer your calls. We'll call you once a week with an update if you want us to. And we'll give you a list of questions that we have in that amount of time. But until then, we need everything SOP'd. I want to have a VA over your shoulder on your computer, watching everything you do and taking notes and building SOPs. If they can build a standard operating procedure for everything you do, not because I want to replace you, not because your job is in jeopardy. Hell, I want to give you a 50% raise every year if I could. Like, that's the goal. But it just creates so much more cohesion and peace. So going back to the personal side, get a therapist. Awesome first step. I'm the biggest evangelist for therapy in the world. I never thought I'd ever say that. If you'd ask 10 years younger version of Eric, I'd be like, oh, no, hell no, we're great. And then start finding mentors. I'm a huge fan of mentorship, of people out there, people like Preston Smiles, people like Luke Gifford, people who I look at and I go, okay, these are people I want to emulate. I want to be more like them. Meditation has been a huge part of the factor for me. And I know that most people who are entrepreneurs, we all carry the ADHD gene pretty hard. And for my entire childhood, I can't tell you the number of times I was told this exact sentence: Eric, you need more self-control. But no one ever told me what it was. And I remember my first meditation retreat, we're sitting and we're breathing, and we're following the leader. And after about 5 minutes in, he turns, he says, gentlemen, what you're experiencing is self-control. And I went, what? This is what it is. Oh my God, just breathing, being aware, being present. And like, you're right. This is self-control. No one told me what it was except that I needed it. And now I have a tool that I can get back into that moment. 20 minutes ago, I'm walking through and I see my kid's room's a mess. And my son wants to play video games. I'm like, hey, buddy, your room's a mess. You had to have your room clean before you play video games. He's losing his mind. And he's a strong young man and he's sharp and he knows what he has to have done. And my brain goes to fight or flight. Like, I want to just dude, what the hell? You know what you're supposed to do. But instead I stopped, put my hand on my head, a hand on my heart. And I just stood in the hallway and watched him lose his mind and breathed. And 40 seconds later, he calmed down and he expressed why he was actually upset, what the deeper meaning was behind it. We talked through it. I didn't have that skill. I didn't have that tool in my toolbox. So that personal journey doesn't have to start when you're wealthy. It doesn't start when you're poor. If you take the time to be introspective and to really do the work now, no matter where you are in life, it's better. And like just to make it very clear that I still don't have it all together. Part of my biggest challenge is my health. Because of my pain, it's really hard for me to get in shape that would help my pain reduce. This 10 days, my wife's out of town again, creating new constructs. She's not here, so I don't have to validate with her. I don't have to embarrass myself if I don't follow through. Right. So it's an opportunity for me to create new trends and new patterns. So this week I'm working out every single day. I'm in so much pain physically right now. It's ridiculous, but I'm working out every day. And I look stupid doing it. I'm sweating after 5 minutes of push-ups and sit-ups, but I'm showing up for it, still doing the work. I think the biggest thing for me is I don't feel like I did anything special. I feel like I've been lucky and I've been willing to do the work. And now if there's ways I can give back to try to help inspire the next man to come along to do the same, or next woman, whatever, to be able to come along and create something that's worth writing a vision for and then launch into the world, because I truly believe that for-profit businesses can do more to change the world faster than any nonprofit or any government. Lord knows, right? We can do more to shift what people want, to shift what people need, and then to bring it to fruition, because we're lean, mean, efficient machines, right?